Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Let me get this thing straight here. Okay. Ooh, get it straight like that. All right. Hey, good. So today we're going to talk about hacking your brain to win the lottery. There's so much questions I keep getting, the lottery, which is good. So I just want to get a little deeper into the how it works in the universe, because a lot of you can ask me questions. I got a lot of answers and questions, and so I guess we can get into it, right? um, you need toolkits to manifest. This is your toolkit right here, my book, How to Win the Lottery Using Quantum Physics. See, I got my tickets in my book. Let me take out these tickets, show you some tickets I got in my book here. Okay, so I got some tickets here. So I got, let's see, 5 tickets. I got a 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets. Wait, what I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me take the other one. This is only $100, but the other ones are. So I got 1, 2, 3, three $10 tickets, and I got a $30 ticket, and I got a $20 ticket. Let me show them. I gotta cover the barcode because sometimes, unfortunately, people who can take the barcodes and cash them in, but they're not. So these are $500 winners, each of these. So I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, here we go. 30, $3,000, $10 and $20 tickets. And I did this all by following my intuition. Actually 3,100, because I have another ticket there. But they're here. So I always place my tickets in my book. Get that extra energy. This book is everything you desire to learn to win. Get your book. So let's talk about hacking your brain. So this is just gonna be a lottery. Also just gonna be about life and abundance, because I have a lot of questions. I'm gonna tie everything into this live for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna tie everything into the live. All right. The first, should I put my glasses on? Put my glasses on. All right. The first thing about creating abundance. So the lottery is an abundance thing. So let's look at 2 levels. We got lack and abundance. There's a couple questions I want to address. One question was, hey Mark, how do I stop thinking poor? That was one question. Another question I got last week was, hey Mark, about 98% of your subscribers, they think money's just gonna fall in their lap. They want to sit there and manifest the lottery, but they don't know about the work that goes into it. I'm paraphrasing that question I got. So I mean, you may be on the live if you asked that question, so maybe you could type it again. And it was a very genuine question. You weren't being hateful or anything. You're just saying, hey, a lot of individuals think this stuff, you just got to sit back and you're not applying anything. So let me address that first. The first thing about creating wealth or anything of abundance is your mindset. The mindset is the first step. Then the other step to it is applying information or knowledge into some action. So whenever you're going to create something in your life, you have to be disciplined. You got to be persistent. Okay? And you got to have faith. That takes work. So no one here on this live, you're watching this, I'm sure you just don't sit back and just expect it to fall in your lap without applying the universal principles. If you apply the principles, that's how it will work for you. See how it works? The next point now, being poor, a poor mindset, a poor lack. So let's look at it, the universe in this way. We have abundance here and we have a lack. So here's the formula to fix that. If you're focusing more on what you want, you will be moving towards an abundance mindset. If you are focusing more on what you don't want, you'll be moving into a lack mindset. So we define that as poor and wealthy. Question, Eric, I had a dream I won the lottery. I won the jackpot on a penny slot. That's a premonition, and you definitely will win. Dreams are premonitions. Thanks to Mark. That stuff really works, y'all. comments. Good. Mark, what do you think about what feminism? I'll get to that. Well, Mark, appreciate you sharing to us. Thank you. Thank you guys. Appreciate all you guys tuning in and getting some information here because you've been asking me about this stuff. All right, so if you want to get into an abundant state and escape the lack state, guys, just only focus on what you want. Yes, this takes application. How to think of abundance when in reality we don't have enough money to do what we want? That's an excellent question, okay? And I know that because I've been there too. So let's address that, because a lot of individuals are facing that, man. Mark, I see this stuff, I see you guys, and it looks easy and simple, but in the real world, man, it's not that simple, man. You know, I have bills, I have, you know, how can I focus on abundance when all there is lack around me? Now, this is where I'm talking about putting in the work. This is what I'm talking about. Even though, if you listen, the first step about your brain is you cannot believe everything your brain is telling you. When you're in a lack state, your brain will tell you you're going to stay in a lack state. Your brain is telling you it's going to be there. It's not, it's temporary. So whatever your situation is, just remember, this is temporary if you're in a state of lack. Second thing, you can actually change it. You can do something about it. How do you start? Start thinking differently. So if you are faced with these bills and all these things and they're piling on you, yes, logically know you have the bills, but this is where you have to go believe in yourself. You have to believe in your power to create. You have to have the faith to know that the universe is on your side. And if you do that, if you start to tell your mind, your brain that, your brain will start to create situations that will get you out of it. But most of us, we tend to get down and we stay in it. Do not stay in it. Get above it. Use your mind and understand that, hey, it's possible for me. Go surround yourself and watch programs or things that will show or heighten your ability to change your circumstances. This is how you're going to get out of that state. It's people, whenever you are in a state of lack, for you to get out of a state of lack, you have to change to a state of abundance. That means you have to use your mind and force your mind to do it. Mark, question here, were you in a happy state when you were a chef? Yeah, I was in a happy state. I was in a contented state. I was in a peaceful state. That's the secret to manifesting. Your state of being have to be peaceful or grateful. That's the state I had to be in because I knew the laws. I knew that if I want to win the lottery and change my life and go do what my purpose is, I have to be in a different state. I can't be in a resentful state. I can't get up and say, oh man, I got to go to work today. Oh, I hate this job. I can't, da. My goodness. What am I telling my subconscious mind? I'm telling my subconscious mind I don't want abundance. My job was making me money. So if I don't want my job, I tell my subconscious, I don't want money. I don't want abundance. That's all it sees. So this is what I'm showing you guys. Got to be appreciative for what you have. Be grateful for it, even in the small things, because the small things are going to turn into the great things. This is how this game works. So that's the first step to win this stuff. You see how it works? How loud should subliminals be when you're playing them? Subliminals should just be loud enough, not loud, but just enough where you can audible hear it. Not super loud where you say, oh my God, I can't sleep. It has to be just the right volume so where you can get to sleep. Can you visualize a house by visiting it? Of course. I used to visit the lottery office all the time. I used to go there and walk in the office. That's how you win. Okay, let me show you something. Let's talk about hacking the brain now to manifest the lottery and something else. All right. Whenever you want to change your reality, make your brain familiar with what you want. When something becomes familiar, the mind accepts it as an experience or a memory. Your subconscious does. So if you're, let's say, if you're visiting a house you want or a neighborhood you want to buy a house in, okay? You don't have the money, don't worry about that, but that's something you manifest. You want to create it. If you go to that house daily and visit it and visit that area, you're making your brain and your mind familiar with it. When your mind becomes familiar with it, now it thinks it's a memory in your unconscious. What is a memory? We only have memories because of what? We've experienced something before. Our mind don't create memories until we've done it. That's in your conscious mind, but your subconscious is different. Did you know every time that you visualize something, that's why I teach you guys that you got to visualize your goals, man. Because whenever you visualize or put images in your mind, in your unconscious, it becomes a memory. In the unconscious, a memory in the unconscious means it's something that already happened. If it already happened, your subconscious is looking and says, wait a minute, this has already happened, but where is it? So the next step to do is to prove that it happened by making you experience the very thing that you've been seeing or been visiting. You want a lottery? Go to the lottery office. Now let me show you the lottery, hacking the brain for the lottery now. Whenever you get your ticket, or whenever you get your scratch off, like I got my scratch offs here. See, they must put in the book. I'll put the description link to go get the book, get it at Amazon, it can be on my website. I highly recommend this because it's been helping a lot of people. It has every information you need to learn. It's even beyond the lottery. But look, when these tickets, I got these tickets, and when I got these tickets, I went to 3 different stores that I was led to. Okay, I didn't just go randomly and say, I'm gonna do this was a led to thing. This was an intuition. This was a tuning in. This was locking in on a frequency. Each store I went, when I bought these tickets, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500. How is that luck? Can't be luck. It's like I knew exactly where to go to get these tickets. I was led to these tickets. I said, I seen it. I seen the vision before. I seen it in my mind's eye. The night before I went to bed, I seen the stores. I said, okay, that's where I'm going to go. Because once you're connected, once you're entangled with something, it starts to feed you information to get more of that something. Okay? So that's the first step. Become familiar with winning. Visit the office. Get your claim forms. Visualize you winning. That's becoming familiar with winning. It's going to become a memory. The next thing, whenever you get a ticket or your number, people, you don't hope for the number to win. You don't say, man, I got these numbers. I hope these numbers are the winning numbers. These numbers are going to come out to win. No, it doesn't work like that. Here's how it works. Whatever numbers you get, those numbers are already winners in a parallel reality, in a parallel world. Quantum physics shows us it's a superposition. That means for every, because it has to be every outcome. So whatever number ticket you get and the number on that ticket, it has one somewhere in a different reality. Quantum physics says that. So what you do is, every ticket you get is a winner, but it's in another reality. So what do? You just shift to the reality where the ticket is a winner. That's a mindset. How do you do that, Mark? Well, whenever you buy your ticket or purchase a scratch off, already know that this scratch off is a winner somewhere. So what do? You start to feel like you've already won. You start to act like you've got it. You start to have confidence and you know this ticket is a winner. You put it away. You don't sweat it. You know you're going to win. You don't hope to win. You don't dream of winning. You don't wish to win. You know you've won. And it's the same thing in life. With everything you do, know you win. That's all you gotta do. Don't hope to win. Don't wish to get the thing. Don't hope to get the thing. Don't pray to get the thing. You already got the thing. When you want something, you're saying you don't have it. It's signifying I don't have it yet. That's why I want it. So everything we do, we're in a different parallel reality. We're continuously shifting in and out of reality. Do you see how that works now? Yes, you got to say you're already a winner. What if you do all of that and you still don't win, or you win 250? How do you do it all and win bigger? Whenever you, okay, the universe sees frequency and energy and patterns. Your subconscious sees, listen out, abundance to your subconscious is 1 penny, $5, $10, $1 million. That you have to appreciate the smaller denominations to get to the bigger denominations. So if you're only winning small amounts, be grateful as if those small amounts are big amounts. Then you will win big amounts. But what you're doing is this: when you're winning these small amounts, you're wondering why you're not winning bigger amounts. And your subconscious now is going to keep making you win smaller amounts because you're focusing on the smaller amounts. You're thinking, why can't I win bigger? Your subconscious doesn't know you want to win bigger. It just thinks you want to win smaller because you're focusing on smaller amounts. So if you're someone that's playing and playing to win, you have to be appreciative of every win. A free ticket, a $2 ticket, I'm appreciative of every win. And when I start to do that, I started to increase my abundance. And that goes into life. It doesn't even go into the lottery. It goes into life now. In life, you got to be appreciative of all small steps you take. You can't just go hit the home run like that. It just doesn't work like that. Are you following? Hopefully that answered your question. See how that works. Next tip. Now let's move to when you win. Let me give you some tips when you win and you're going to claim some life-changing money, whatever it is. Congratulations, you just hit the big one. I love that saying, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. OPIC 28. Yes, it's all about that. So now let's say you've hit it. Let me give you some tips about claiming it now. First of all, this is good. Whenever you hit the lottery and you manifest your dream, okay, whatever it is, if you want $1 million, $5,000, whatever it is, and you've got it, anything big, and you're going to claim it, here's the rule number one you got to do, okay? Number one, don't drive your own car to the lottery office. This is if you hit anything over 6 figures, like $1 million or over, or 600, whatever. Don't do that. Rent a car, because people are desperate. There could be people just staking out at the lottery office watching your license plate, and they could record your license plate and follow you because people are desperate for money. So if you're smart, rent a car. So when you go to the office to claim your winnings, no one will identify you. The next thing, if you want to remain anonymous and you want to buy a house, create a land trust. Let the bank buy the house for you. It's called a land trust. Get an attorney to do that. So that means if someone is searching up a property or a house, they'll never see your name on it. They'll just see the bank owns it. That's if you want to remain really anonymous. All these things you can do when you win. Next thing, when you win, go into your circle. This is going to sound crazy, but this is how it works, guys. Go to all of your friends. Don't tell anybody you win. This is deep. Call all of your friends and ask them to lend you $50 or $100 or whatever you think they can give you. The ones that tell you no, they can't do it genuinely, or the ones that tell you no, you're gonna have to limit yourself from them, because now you know what it's about. Because now when you got all this money, they're gonna come to you and you're gonna say, well, I asked you for $100. You couldn't give me $100. I thought you were my friend, but now I have all this money. You have to do that, people. This is life, because people will act a certain way. When you have money, they change, they become funny. Yes. Someone says, get robbed by someone working at the lottery headquarters. You see how this stuff works? Yes, of course. Wow. This is great information. Of course, this is great, because we have to face reality, man. Your life will change when you have large sums of wealth or abundance. Your life will change. And the people in your life, you're going to have to change. So I always say, go to all your friends and ask them to loan you some money. They can't loan you some money. Okay. Now, when you have the money, what are they going to try to do? Come to you. And you're going to say, all right, I know you have the money. I know you could lend me $100. I know you could lend me $50, but you couldn't do it. But now you see me winning. It's a sad game. It's the truth, because people will leech on you, and then you will have issues and problems, okay? Next thing, when you win, remember, you're going to be in a different tax bracket, okay? Thing about the thing is, if you win over $1 million, your tax bracket is going to be in the $1 million tax bracket. That means you're going to pay more at the end of the year. Listen, yeah, they're going to take out money when you win. So if you win $1 million bucks in the state of Florida, you win $1 million, you're only going to come home with about $685,000 or $700,000. Nonetheless, the lottery will take their check, their cut there. But guess what? At the end of tax year, you still got to pay more taxes, because now you're in a different tax bracket. So you got to put away some money because you know you're going to pay taxes again. They don't tell you that. When you win, here's what you do. Treat yourself a little bit. Don't splurge all of it. Give yourself a budget. When you win, don't tell people you've won. Especially if it's a lot of money. Don't do it. Keep it on the low if you can. Because people will come to you, hey, I got a business idea. Invest with me. I'll help you make more money. Don't do it. Okay? These are hacking your brain to win when you win the lottery. See, what I'm doing is I'm teaching you and I'm putting this video out to show you that. So you got to prepare to win if you're going to win, right? This is a video you want to watch, because if you're playing and you're manifesting something, you expect to win, right? So you got to know what's going to happen. Now, certain states, you can remain anonymous. Certain states, you cannot remain anonymous. State of Florida, you cannot remain anonymous. Maybe in California, you can remain anonymous. But there are loopholes to do this. So when you do win, if you're in the state of Florida, Florida has a new law. They'll hide your name for 90 days, which is not even great. You don't want people 90 days. Okay. After 90 days, your name is legal. They can go to the website and if they'll put a post out and say you won the lottery. Okay. So what do? You can go get a trust lawyer. You can get a lawyer that will claim your winnings as an LLC or a trust. And you are not on the name of they'll never know your name. The lawyer will cash your check, cash your money, put it in an escrow account, middle account, and all your money goes there, and then you can just do your thing in the back and take your money out, and no one will ever know you won, and you can ride off into the sunset and do your thing. Okay, when you win, if you get a lot of money, do not put all of your money in one bank account. You got to find different bank accounts. You can find investment firms, because here's the thing. Your money is only insured up to $250,000 by the federal government, FDIC. You ever see the bank only 200? So if you have $1 million in your bank account and the economy crashes or something happened with the bank and you lose all that money, you're only going to get $250,000 back, because that's all they can insure you. So what do? You should put your money into different banks, split them up, or find an investment bank that could hold that money and you can be insured for all of that. They don't tell you this. I'm telling you now, because I know you guys are going to win. If you're playing, you're going to win. It's when you're going to be big, when you win a big one. All right. When you win and you manifest a big, large amount of money, you cannot live in the same place where you're going to stay. You cannot do that. As much as you love your place, if you have a lot of money in the money, you're going to have to change your residence. Put it in a broker's account. You're going to have to change your residence, because people are going to know. They're going to see. You're going to buy a truck. You're going to buy a car. You can't do that. You're going to be in a different, so you're going to have to find a different place. Okay? And someone says, when I win, Mark, call me. Yeah, when you win, call me. Message me, text me. If you win a lot of money, you manifest over millions of dollars, yeah. Many of you have already done that, and I've helped a few of you guys with that stuff. This is something you're going to have to learn to do, because most individuals, when you're learning this stuff and manifesting, and it's never happened to you before, no, they don't teach you this stuff in school or anything of that sort. So this is going to be knowledge that I'm teaching you now. Okay? Next thing, hacking your brain to manifest stuff. You're going to have to put your mind in a state of already having it or already experiencing it. So it means that whatever you're doing in your life, if you want to manifest a lottery, if you want to change your world, if you want to do whatever you're going to manifest, you have to act or believe like it's already done, like you're already in the acceptance phase of it. See how it works? So would you like me to repeat it again? Because I know some of you are just joining this live now. You see how it went? When you win the lottery, when you manifest, I'll go over it again because a lot of people don't get it. When you're winning the lottery and you go into the office, don't go in your regular car. Get a rental car so no one can know your license plate, know where you live. If you're going to buy a house, create a trust fund house. The bank will pay it for you. The land or the house will be, the bank's name will be on it, but it's yours. When you win, before you even cash your money, call your closest friends, ask them to loan you some money. The ones that loan you the money, even though you know they don't have it, they loan it to you, those are going to be your true friends. Those are the ones you're going to let you know. The ones that don't, you may want to cut them off. When you win, you're going to have to change your location. You can't live at the same place. When you win, do not put all of your money in one bank account because the FDIC only insure your money up to $250,000. So if something happens at the bank and you lose your money, you lose $1 million, you only want to get 250 grand. You can either put it in a brokerage account, an investment account, okay? You can create a retirement fund account, okay? You can put it in an escrow account. You can put it in different bank accounts. Okay, even some places where you can get your money cash and put it in a safe. You can convert your money and buy gold, which is more valuable, and have gold as an asset to your money, so you can win millions. And you could convert that and get gold in that point. So when you have gold now, and the economy crashes, your money will also. So there's always a lot of things you can do to create and keep money into your manifesting stuff, right? See how it works? Okay, when you win, you can remain anonymous. Some states you can't. You can hire an attorney. The attorney can vouch for you. They can create a trust. They can claim the money for you. Exactly. So the secret now is to convince your mind that you've already got it. How do you convince your mind that you've already got something? Number one, I said to you before, you got to show your mind you're familiar with it. Put yourself in the surroundings where your desires are. Visit the office, visit the house, visit the building, visit the area. Go there. Your mind becomes familiar. Visualize the goal of what you want. See it every night. Also, accept that it's yours. Use affirmations. Feel like it is. See how it works? Our brain hallucinates our reality based on our beliefs. So when you become familiar with something, your brain thinks it's normal. When it becomes normal, you'll continue to do it. For me, for example, my brain now thinks it's normal for me to win. And that's why I keep winning. I win small prizes, I win big prizes, but I keep winning because my brain thinks it's normal for me to do that. If your brain thinks something is normal, it will continue to repeat the cycle until you change it. Make your brain feel normal for what you have in your life. Make your brain feel normal for you to be that successful entrepreneur. Make your brain feel normal for you to be a top stock trader. Make your brain feel normal for you to be a real estate agent, a broker, an actor, an actress, a musician, health. Make your brain feel that's normal for you. Whenever your brain feels normal, you will get more of these things coming in. And here's a secret to make your brain feel normal. Number one, you got to be in an appreciative state. You got to be in a grateful state for everything that's going on in your life. Number two, you either got to develop the gratitude state I talk about, or you got to be in a peaceful or neutrality state. Okay? Number three, you got to expect and see what you want as already in the field by having a feeling, a desire of it. You never have to affirm or visualize your numbers. You can let the computer pick the numbers for you. Every number that the quick pick picks for you, that number is already a winner in a parallel universe or reality. So all you're going to do, you're going to shift to that reality where your number's already won. And for you to do that, you have to believe you've already won, and you have to feel what it's like to win. Next tip, stop hoping, stop wishing, and even stop praying to win. Listen, people, when you're praying for something, you're saying you don't have you're lacking it. That's why you're praying for that thing. You don't need to pray. You are the prayer. You are the universe. You are God within God. You are part of the field. It's like, if I want something, I don't pray, because why am I praying? It's like I'm praying to myself. I accept what I want and I feel what I want and I let it go because I know I'm the source of that thing. Guys, see, religion created all this stuff for you to separate you from who you are. And when they teach you to pray, they teach you to pray in a lack mindset. Please, I beg, you're creating more lack, people. You don't need to do any of that. You can purchase your tickets on the day of, a week before, because it's all the same. It's in the same time. You can keep your anonymity. These are questions I'm going through. Yes, you can keep your anonymity in certain states. Certain states you can't, but you can go through loopholes to fix that by getting attorneys that do that. You got to give yourself permission to have what you want. Permission to have what you want comes from your subconscious. It doesn't come from your conscious. If you want to get something, you have to convince the universe that you already have the thing you want. If you want to own your own business, if you want to make your life better, if you want to win the lottery, if you want to be a sports hero, if you want to be a sports star, musician, whatever it is you want in your life, the universe has to be convinced that you are already it. And the two ways to convince the universe that you have it is to create a familiarity and then create a memory. If you create familiarity and memory, the universe is convinced you have it, and then you'll get it. And let me break it down and show you how it is. I say it again. The universe works through your subconscious mind. That's what I'm talking about. So familiarities, for example, if you want to live in an upscale area, right? And you want to see yourself making more money or more wealthy, where are you going to go? Where should you go? You should go to the side of town where there's a lot of money, where there's affluent living, where there's expensive shops. You got to go there. For your subconscious mind, you got to do it, because your subconscious got to be familiar. Don't worry about how. If you go there every day, sit around, spend 2 hours, just go there every day, come back. In your subconscious, oh, this is familiar. Now it becomes a memory, because when you go home, you're going to think about, oh, I was over there today. Your subconscious now thinks that's a memory. Now what happens is, if you do that over time, that memory now is going to become an experience. Your subconscious is going to say, wait a minute, we keep going over there, but we're living over here. Something ain't right. We need to move from over here to be over there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make you get over there. Don't worry how I'm going to do it. I'm going to create the opportunity for you to live over there, to be over there, to work over there, to have over there. It's the same principle with manifesting the lottery. Go visit the claim center. Get your claim ticket, your voucher. Get in the routine of playing your tickets daily. Get your budget going. Stop wanting or needing. If you win a free ticket, be grateful. You win $2, act like it's $1 million. That's the familiarity. When you go to bed at night, you visualize the win. In the end, whatever it is you want, that's the memory. In your subconscious, that's a memory, by the way. And memories will always lead to experiences. That's how it works in your subconscious. Your familiarity, your memory must be congruent with your reality. Only that's the way the subconscious works. In your conscious mind, it doesn't work that way. So if you're listening to what I'm saying, it may not make sense to you because you're using your conscious mind. Your conscious mind works this way. Oh, if I go over there to the wealthy side of town, I'm over here because I'm faking it because I don't have it. That's what your conscious mind says. That's not a memory. That's just me faking it or pretending I have it. Guess what? I got news for you. That is fine for your conscious mind to say that, as long as you don't believe it or accept it. If you accept that your conscious mind says that, you will now change your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind now won't make it happen for you. Is this making sense now? Sabor Delisha, thank you, $4.99. Please, Mark, talk about difference between listen from ego and higher self on time to choose a scratch off. Okay, whenever you go, like with these scratch offs you see here, show you these scratch offs. You see, look, I put them in the book. They're there. With these scratch offs, guys, what happens is, so whenever I go to some place, or like the night before, because I'm constantly going to different places. I have like 3 stores. I get my tickets and stuff, so they're always in my mind. So when I go to these places, I will just let go, and I'll just visit the place in my mind's eye, and then I'll let my higher self guide me and show me what scratch offs. That's one way to do it. The next way to do it, if you go into a store, just relax. Just gaze over the thing, and your eyes will lock on to something, and it will feel like the next logical step. That's the higher self. If you're thinking and you're wondering and you're choosing, well, should I get that one? That's a blue one. No, should I get? It's your ego. Don't buy the ticket, because it's lost already. So don't even waste your time. Reboot and go another day. That's how the difference between ego and stuff. And it works on every level, not only scratch out, but in life. If you're going to make an investment, or you got a big firm or real estate, whatever, you got to make this investment. It's going to make you a lot of money, or whatever it is. You got to feel it like it's the next logical step. But if you find yourself questioning or thinking too much, it's not going to work. It's going to be a bust. Okay? See how this stuff works. This is how you hack your brain for abundance and success in all areas of your life. Mark, I love your videos. Changed my life. Thank you, Mark. You're about looking. What about looking pictures of your desires instead of going to these places? Yes, go. Yeah, look. Okay, let me show you something. If you can go to these places, if you can, it's more powerful. If you can't, you can still manifest it. But if you can physically go to some place, because you're going to get your body involved, it's going to speed up the manifestation, because now your body is there. Subconscious works to your body, but you can do the pictures the same way. But many of you can go to these places. You know, if it's right around, if it's 30 minutes from you, the lottery office is a 30-minute drive. It's worth it, man, because you're going to thank yourself later. Now, if it's a 2-hour drive, yeah, you don't have to do it like that. If you plan to go out of town on one day, you're going out, you do it. But if it's like under 45 minutes to 35, you can go there. If it's over an hour, 2 hours, you don't have to go. You can use the pictures. It's the same thing, though. But you always want to, the secret to create anything in your life, people, is to build familiarity and memory with that in your unconscious mind. See how it works? Comment, that's true, and when I do win a lottery game, I play and win. I always say, good. Time to bike or walk around a part of town. Yeah, you gotta, yeah, okay guys, I'm telling you, I'm gonna repeat it again because this is so powerful. The secret again to manifest and get anything in your life is to make your subconscious familiar with your surroundings. Yeah, you can play in, okay, let me tell you something about the lottery as well. Even if you know, when you go to these claim offices, even the one, especially Florida, you know, you can buy tickets in there too. They sell tickets in there. You can buy your tickets, your scratch offs in this lottery claim office. So you don't have to go to the store. And listen, the biggest tip I showed you guys, and I told you guys, and I repeat this again, say it last time. Here's the lottery hack, guys. When you win a ticket, go to the office and claim the ticket in the office. Even I seen someone did this in my group, and it was so profound and happy. They took my advice. I think, where was it? Was it in Georgia or Florida? Maybe you're here watching, but in the lottery, in the manifesting lottery group on the Facebook, they went and they had a $2 ticket they won, and they went to the lottery office, and I think it was $1.50 or $2, and the lottery gave them a check for $1 or $2. They have to give you a check. If you win $2 and you go in the lottery office, they're not going to give you cash. They got to give you a check. Imagine having a check from the lottery office. Don't care about the money right now. It's $2.50. That's not the point. It's your subconscious reprogramming. Your subconscious sees Georgia lottery, California lottery, paid to the order of. You know those checks, man. When you see those checks are going to be for millions. And that's what, if someone says, I got a lottery check, you're thinking, man. So imagine you go get your ticket. You won the lottery. To your subconscious mind, I won the lottery. Oh my God. Even though it's $2.50. They'll say $2.50. Don't watch that. Your conscious mind will say $2. But your subconscious is logical. It says, we won the lottery. That becomes familiar to you now. So now you go out and play again. You're going to notice how you're going to win bigger and bigger. And you're going to win big prizes, because now your mind believes that I can win. It's so powerful. I mean, most of you, when you win, you go to a convenience store and you cash your ticket. They give you $200, $500, whatever. For once, don't do that. Go get a check and take a picture and remember that check. And watch how fast you'll win even more. We're dealing, remember guys, we're dealing with the illogical part of the mind here now. We're not dealing with logic here. And let me tell you something else. The universe doesn't work in logic. It doesn't, the universe isn't designed for you and I to, it doesn't care about you and I to make sense. We have to follow. And this is how it works. Yes, you got to entice your subconscious. Someone says, you guys in America are fortunate. Where I live, scratch-offs don't even exist. All right, that's fine. If scratch-offs don't even exist, don't worry about that. Then focus on whatever the draw games are. It's the same process. You can win that way as well. If it doesn't matter where you live. If you don't have to have scratch-offs to there, you can do regular draw games. Whatever your desire is, you can win it. You can manifest it. But you got to put the work in. You have to be dedicated. You have to be disciplined. You got to be persistent. You got to stay out of lack. You got to believe it. You got to have faith in it. And you got to repeat it. And you got to stay on it. And then you'll get it. So just don't think like someone says, hey, Mark, you know, most of your subscribers, you just sit back and think it's going to happen. I know most of you guys don't do that because you know the work to put into this stuff. You know how you got to change your mindset, change your thing. It just looks easy from the outside, but people don't see the work you put on the inside. But you know the work you put in on the inside. I knew the work I put in on the inside. Every night I was visualizing for almost over a year. I mean, it was fun to me, but it was still work. I mean, I loved doing it. So the thing is, this is how it works. Your brain have to adjust and change it. You got to change it, and then you got to maintain it. Once you change and maintain it, you will always get your desired results. How to convince my mind that I deserve to win and the universe also wants it for me. Listen, check this out. You are the one that's in the universe. You got to decide. There's no separate entity outside of you. There's nobody that wanted for you but you. You got to stop placing the universe as a God separate from you. Like there's someone else out there giving you permission. That's the mistake we make. There's no one else giving you permission but you. You are the universe. The lottery wants you to win it. The real estate wants you to get it. Whatever you want wants you to get it because you're the one desiring it. You're the one attracting it. You're the one opening it for it. There's nobody outside of you, guys. Your brain sits in a dark skull. It's encapsulated. Even sound you're hearing is generated as illusion. There is no sound and there is none of this stuff. It's all perceived from inside your brain. So that means you are the one generating your physical experience by your belief, by your expectations. That's how this stuff works. If when you understand that, then you'll know you can free yourself because there is no one holding you back. How can something hold you back and you're the something that created holding back? Let that sit in your head. You're in this reality based on your beliefs. Everybody around you is part of your generated figment of illusion. You are rendering people, situations, events as you go, like a video game. You walking through the video game, it's rendering the screen, it's rendering and showing you all the new stuff. You're doing the same thing every day, and it's primarily happening through the unconscious part of the mind. The unconscious part of the mind, it's in the basal ganglia. It's in the cerebellum part, right? Basal ganglia. That's where they say the subconscious lives primarily. Okay, that's the scientific thing. It's called the basal ganglia. Okay, it's on the right side of your brain. Your subconscious is on the right side of your brain. Your conscious on the left side of your brain. Okay, so if you want to be creative, right, logical, left. That we know that. Also, subconscious primarily shows itself through our body, the way your body reacts, feelings, and sensory inputs. So whenever you can go somewhere and physically do it, you're targeting and changing your subconscious mind. The thing about the subconscious mind, though, now, it tells the conscious mind what to do. It feeds the conscious mind information through emotions. Your conscious mind takes those emotions and translates them into thoughts, words, feelings, and images. That's how it works. But everything is generated from the unconscious mind. What about karma? Is it pre-decided who will win by what? No, karma has nothing to do with this, because in quantum mechanics, we now know that reality is in a superposition state. There's infinite amounts of reality, so everything must play out. So in one reality, karma has already played out, so you don't have to worry about the karma. You're in a reality where it doesn't have to play out. So every outcome, and check, you want me to get deeper? Everything is infinite, but guess what? There's even a higher number of infinity. There's even more infinity. Infinity goes in levels. Yeah, it's like, Mark, that's bugging my brain. Infinity just means endless, but there's even more endless. So don't even worry about your brain. The point is, there's everything have to do. Yes, there's an infinite beyond infinite. Okay, I'll give it to you in the math term. If you have like numbers, like say you go to 100 million, then you could say 100 million and one. See that? There's another infinite. But then you can also change it around and go to the variables of what could not happen. There's infinite amounts of that. So there's infinite on top of infinite. Whoa, yeah. So you're virtually guaranteed success or failure based on what you're thinking about dominantly. See that? The matrix. The matrix is our perception of where we are stuck to create reality. When you're in the matrix, it is a generated field based on all the collective consciousness. And the matrix is controlled by whoever can show you more of whatever they want you to see. You know who that is. So if they can get information out to your brain in a certain way, which is through mainstream media, social media, they're the ones that are going to predominantly control the matrix. But for you, because now you know the secret and knowledge, you can get out of that, because you know all you have to do if you want to master the matrix is just don't tune in to what the matrix is showing you. That's very simple. The matrix will show you what they want you to do. You can either watch what the matrix wants you to do and get programmed in your mind and become the matrix, or you can sit back and you can observe the matrix but don't absorb the matrix, and then go out and create your own world in the matrix, so you can actually thrive in the matrix, because all the matrix is an illusion game. So you're creating a game within the matrix. King Vike, $5. Thank you, King Vike. See how it works? Even the matrix is generated by the mind. The matrix was created by all of us. We helped create the matrix because they put images into your mind so you can see and create the matrix. So whenever you are like participating and you're watching the news, you're watching the media, you're watching the social media trends, you are helping the matrix create more of what they want you to consume, because you're giving energy to it. This is why I don't watch and focus on those things. And it goes into your brain. Listen, the thing about our brains, guys, our brains are passive. Our minds are active. What do I mean by that? Our brains like to work efficient. Your brain don't like to get up and do a lot of movement. Your mind does. Your mind gets inspired. Your mind gets motivated. That's coming from your consciousness, your higher self, okay? So what happens is, if your brain is passive, your brain loves to be in a certain situation. That means your brain can get easily addicted. So if they can flood dopamine and endorphin to stimulate your brain, that's not pretty good, because you're always going to be in a state of dependency. You don't want to be in a state of dependency. You want to be in a state of balance. So this is why you don't watch a lot of those stuff, because they keep your brain engaged and create endorphins and dopamine. And then the brain doesn't get it, it's going to become addicted. And everywhere you're going to go, you're going to try to find it, and you'll never be happy. And you'll always search and search and search. And it can actually lead you to depression and lost of, like, man, there's no purpose. I can't do this because nothing is making me happy anymore. Because your brain is so dopamined out. This is how they get you hooked on certain TV programs or certain stuff. They know the brain, man. They know how the brain works. So you got to understand that. And your consciousness. How does my consciousness happen? What is consciousness? Mark, how does all this stuff work? The lottery stuff. All the stuff you're teaching and talking about. Is it really true? It does happen? Well, listen to this. None of this can happen without the awareness of a conscious observer. That's what you are. The fact that you are aware, is who you truly are. That's what it is. So the universe is not out there, it's inside you. All the multiverse, all the infinite realities, they're all inside of you because you're a conscious observer. Now the conscious observer now has the id. The ID is called the id, the ego, the self. The self now is a representation of consciousness. What do I mean by that? The self have to create an identity to exist in the matrix. So what the self did, the left hemisphere of your brain, it created an identity and a personality based again on what? Memories and familiarity. And where do you get those from? Your parents. All of your identity, all of your personality, they came from your parents. If they didn't come from your parents, they came from the lineage of your parents. They came from the ancestors. They came from your great-grandfather. They came from your genetics, from your parents. So when you got here, you spent 6 to 7 years only in a subconscious hypnotic state. It's called the neonatal state. You stuck there for 7 years. Everything that you ever got in your life in those 7 years are from the unconscious patterns. There is no thinking happening at that time. You don't start to think independently until you start to reach 7 years old. After that, everything they say, it stuck in your head. It created your personality. Now, here's the big picture. Here's the understanding I want you to get. That is all fake. That's why I say the first thing to do, you cannot believe your brain when it comes to your personality. You don't have a self. There is no such thing as a self. It doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is existence itself. Well, Mark, why am I here? Because you exist. Why do you exist? Because everything exists. Existence is just existence. You're not asking the right question. You cannot exist without existence. It's just existence. Okay, that's the thing. There's no why am I existing? No, it's just existence. It's just happening. Now, here's what happens. Now you realize all that's happening and you exist and you are aware. Then what do? Go and do something that will make you feel better. That will make you contribute to humanity, to helping people. You do that, that becomes what's called a purpose. Now you start to feel good. You feel worthy. Now your life becomes better and you can do some things to help people or whatever it is you want to do. You can create all that stuff. Yeah, this is deep stuff. This is all coming from the multiverse. This is information that's channeled to you so you could understand how all of this stuff works. So the next time you're ever stuck and you say, man, what's going on? All this? Listen, there's nothing going on. There's nothing even happening, people. There's no self. There is no you. There's no I. There's no me. It just is, and there's just awareness, and I'm just tuning in, and my avatar sees it and creates an image in a three-dimensional work through my id, through the left side of my brain, and says, there you go, Mark Haughton, da-da-da-da-da. But none of that is real. None of that exists. I know that. And let me show you, I am deeper than you. I have an image of myself. You have an image of yourself. In your head, you see yourself a certain way. But I got news for you. People don't see you the way you see yourself. Every people that you interact with have a different version of what they see you based on how they met you. When they met you, they created an identity of you. What do we call that? Judgment. We call that stereotype. It happens. It's a human nature. So that means you don't even know yourself. And it's okay. You don't need to know yourself because you're not a self. You are infinity. You're infinite. You're everything. You can create. You can even destroy. You can heal, and you can even be sick because of your beliefs. And it's all controlled in your unconscious mind. So the next time, if you really want to make the universe work for you, you got to go out there and act like you don't exist. You're not a self. And what do I mean by that? It means don't hold on to things. Don't need. Don't want. You want me to repeat that? don't hold, don't need, don't want. You're not here. There's nothing to need, there's nothing to want. You do that, everything that's created from the nothing is now available to you, because you haven't given it an identity to say, hey, I gotta have this. Everything now is there, and then when everything is there, here's what you can do now. Here's the beauty of it. Because everything is there, right? We give names to everything. So everything is there now. You can say, you are money, come to me. It'll come to you. The lottery I've won, come to me. It comes to you. You are love, come to me. It comes to you. You're my soulmate, come to me. They'll come to you. Because you haven't given them a label in the beginning. You let it all come around, and then when you're in that state where you're at peace, it all will fall to you, and then you can name it. And once you name it, it becomes a part of your paradigm. Once it becomes a part of your paradigm, it becomes a part of your experience. That's the secret. Go into everything without judgment, knowing it's already there for you. And then when you line up with it and you desire it, you give it the name, and it will appear in your reality. That's the $1 million secret. See how that works? Yep. If you see a house you want, someone moved in the house, find another house to make. Yes, be open. That's what I'm showing you. If you desire something and you didn't get the thing you desire, relax. That just means there's something better for you that you're unaware of in your 3D world. Let the universe do it for you. And when you do that, that's when everything opens and you can create and manifest. There you go. All right. So guys, your holy grail. I'll put the link. And many of you got your copy already and you're using it. Is good. Keep it going. And I'll see you guys again.